I think I'll try it on my own. If I had a nickel for every time I heard that, wait, I have my T85 right here. I could do that. A nickel times 18 years times 1,000 times a year. I would have roughly $50,000 in nickels. Tune in live to discover the hidden truth about accountability. Hit it. Oh, yeah, yeah. Welcome to a fresh new episode of the Fitness Avengers, where we fight fat, frustration, and fitness fakes. I'm your host, master trainer and author, Tony Arreola from TotalBodyProject.com, and I'm on a personal mission to simplify fitness for you. Coming at you every Monday night at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Facebook Live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think I'll try it on my own. Remember the last time you said that? How did it go? Whether it be meditation, maybe it was writing in a journal, cardio, learning the guitar, and how'd that work out for you? Well, if you're anything like me, and I thought I was going to learn to swim on my own, and I promised myself I was going to swim every day, and I started off pretty excited out with a bang, but then it got cold. Jumping in the water when it's cold isn't not really that much fun. So what ended up happening was, I stopped and I didn't improve. So with no one to hold me accountable, I kind of struggled. Now I have a coach, I have a group, I got all these different things that can help me stay accountable, and my swimming has improved dramatically. I'm not Michael Phelps yet, but I am on my way. Hi, Diana. Hi, thank you so much for tuning in. We got two episodes left in the year, and today we're going to talk about the hidden truths about accountability, why you need accountability, how it works, how much accountability you need, how you can help, and what you can do to incorporate more accountability into every aspect of your life, not just fitness. How I can help you read more, learn more, be happier, be healthier, and be sexier, all that good stuff. We'll have our very popular Ask the Trainer. Today's question is about trackers. Which fitness tracker is the best? I have my client Spotlight, Teresa, who is has seen tremendous results. So we'll be happy to talk about her results. Comment in the comment section if you're saying hi. If you have any questions about accountability, just drop them in there. I want to thank today's sponsor. We got a sponsor. It's a company called Highlight. They sent me some really cool NASM Master Trainer gear, and I'm excited to rep them. So make sure you guys check them out. So thank you, Highlight, for supporting the Fitness Avengers show and supporting Total Body Project. All right, let's rock and roll. Have you failed at anything? Think. If you had something that you can really lock in success, what would it be? Would it be to read more? Would it be to get your steps? To practice some meditation? Maybe it's to establish a nighttime ritual. Maybe it's to just be more present. Whatever your goals or changes that you want to make, the reasons that you probably struggled are because there was no one to hold you accountable. And it happens a lot with everybody. This is why we have schools. This is why we have work. Because in school, if you think back to school, all that school was holding you accountable. They made sure that you had deadlines and they followed those deadlines. There were stiff repercussions if you didn't follow those deadlines. Same thing with life and taxes and bills. Those things are deadlines that hold you accountability. You also have those work deadlines, work projects that hold you accountable. So when you think about when you've been successful and when you've struggled, maybe a lot of times the hidden element is the accountability. Now, why do we need accountability? What is the big deal with needing it? Honestly, it's because we're lazy. Yeah. When it really comes down to it, at our core, humans are just lazy. And so a lot of times it's easier to let ourselves down than it is to let somebody else down. Think about when you make a plan with somebody, or you make a date with somebody, or you make some type of arrangement. You don't want to let that other person down. But if we're left to our own devices, then we tend to be lazier and we can easily let ourselves down. So that's why a lot of us or most of us need accountability. And I want you to know that accountability really begins with you. So let's say that you're talking about establishing this positive change. 2020 has been it's been an awful year, right? Pandemic, things are just crazy, surging, Zoom call after Zoom call. I know it can get overwhelming and really kind of sucks with everything. But 2021, we're getting the vaccine and things are starting to turn around. And maybe you set out these huge goals, like what everybody does at the beginning of the year, like, oh, I'm gonna get fit, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and conquer the world. And what you want to know is that you really want to get clear about your goals. So it begins with you. You want to really get motivated and really understand why you want this change. So let's say it may be, let's say you want you want to be in better shape. Or you're like, oh, it's 2021. I just want to get in better shape. Well, that's not really a very powerful motivation. It's not, I like to call it a bigger burn. You really want to get clear on why that's really important for you. Maybe somebody called you fat. Maybe somebody called you lazy. Maybe, a girl made a comment. Maybe you caught a picture of yourself in the mirror and you didn't like the way it looked. Or maybe you feel like you're starting to look old. Whatever it may be, you need a really powerful reason to start moving this in the right direction. But because without a powerful reason, you're really not going to be able to change. So if you're thinking about like, maybe say you want to add more meditation because you got a lot of stress in your life, and this is a year that's been the most stressful for a lot of people. You really got this fight or flight, heightened cortisol, and just things are just like all you got to do is turn on the TV and like people are rushing the mall and just things are just really chaotic. And maybe what the research shows is that meditation, taking some moments, can really help you calm down and get you out of that heightened sense of stress. But you don't have time because you're so stressed out and you want to meditate more. And so you want to know that ultimately you want to meditate more because it will calm you down and it will lead you to a better life. But it starts with you. And you want to have a better life so you can be calmer, so that you're not stressed out, so that you're not just in this constant flight or fight. So meditation would be that kind of like the thing that you want to do. And then you want to establish the reason behind it and then make that time. But it really, honestly, the first thing, it begins with you. Now let's take a look at this cool video that we got on accountability. Yeah, cartoon. Remember back in high school when you needed to turn in a term paper? You'd look at the due date and think, not to worry, I have plenty of time. But there you were, staying up all night to get the paper done. And it always got done. But do you know why? Because you weren't alone. You were being held accountable. Without accountability, you cannot succeed. No one can. If you try alone, you will fail alone. Do you remember the last time you tried to lose weight? You try, but nothing ever happens. You start strong, but you always fizzle out. The problem isn't you. The problem is your approach. You're trying to tackle one of the biggest challenges in your life alone? Such a huge task, and you want to do it alone? One stick alone is weak. What if we add more support? Another stick with the same goal in mind, a little tougher to break. Add another stick for even more support. Break alone or thrive in unity. Now it's time for you to form your own accountability alliance. Find 3 people to share your journey, to help you, to support you, but most importantly, to hold you accountable. So we need to find 3 people to help hold you accountable, because those people need to understand why it's important for you. So again, let's bring it back to fitness. You want to get in shape. Let's say you want to hike more, or you want to do, you want to get your steps to like 10,000 steps, and your partner at home or your partner at work or at life, you want to talk to them and tell them why it's important for you to get in shape, to be healthy, to live the life you want. And you have to have those crucial conversations and meaningful conversations so they can be impactful. Because if they don't know the the value of why you're doing this or how much it matters to you, then it's highly unlikely that you'll get the support that you need. So when you're having those conversations, make sure that it's not like hey, it'd be cool if I did it, because what happens when you dismiss it and you make it like a joke is that that person doesn't hold you accountable. And you want that person to know that your real intent is to make change. And if your intent is to make change, then you need people to hold you accountable. And the more people can hold you accountable to your goals in life and fitness and anything, the more likely you are to be successful. And if you don't have accountability, if you're missing it, then it's very unlikely that you're successful in a lot of these new endeavors, because you have to have somebody to help hold you, to guide you, to show you the direction that you need to prevail. All right, it's time for our emoji party. Yeah, emoji party. So if you're watching live, hi Diana, hi other I I see. But if you're watching live or the replay, make sure you guys comment. Thanks you guys for tuning in. Emoji party, yeah, I love those emojis. Now, with people helping you, you really want to get somebody that at least knows what they're doing. You don't want to be like these little mice right here, because what I always see is the blind leading the blind. Now, what I mean by this, if you're getting someone who's out of shape, depressed, whose life is a mess, and you want them to be your accountability partner or to join your accountability alliance, and good luck. If you want somebody to help you with your food, but they can't put the chocolate cake down, good luck. If you want somebody to help you, you really need somebody who knows what they're doing in that specific area for you to have any chance of success. Because you don't want these guys that are just like kind of crazy blind little blind guys leading you, because they're not going to get there for you. Or blind guys. Now, everybody that's super successful needs accountability. Now, what that can be is your partner. It can be a coach. It can be a teacher. It can be a personal trainer. It could be an online trainer. It can be somebody, but everybody needs accountability. And now I'll challenge you to the level of success that you have in order to push you. The level of success you have is probably based on how many people are holding you accountable to different things. And I'll tell you for myself, I got somebody that hold me accountable for my writing, somebody to hold me accountable for my business, somebody to hold me accountable for my nutrition, somebody to hold me accountable for my swimming, for my fitness, for all these different things of different bodies, different experts to hold me accountable. And the reason I want experts to hold me accountable is because I want to be the best. I want to be that good. And if I can get experts that are in that specialty, whether it be fitness, swimming, triathlon, or it's nutrition, it's the guidance on these the top coaches in the world, the writers, what I want best to follow best-selling authors, these guys to hold me accountable, to hold me to a higher standard so I can learn from them and they can show me what I need to get to that next level. So if you're struggling in a certain area, whether it be fitness or running or meditation or journaling, whatever it may be, you want to find somebody in that area that's really smart and driven and has this craft mastered to hold you accountable. And that's going to really make the difference between success and failure. Now, success and failure it's a really, really thin line. And when you're talking about, in life, success and failure sometimes can be just one person. So if you have somebody to hold you accountable, that could be the person that can get you to that next level. And if fitness is something that you really want, it can be signing up with a trainer or a coach or somebody to hold you accountable. That can be the difference. And you think about that small decision to put somebody in your life, project that out like 10 years. It could be the difference between you walking at this age and then having a very active life 20 years later, or it could be you being in horrific shape, back pain, joint pain, diabetes, like all the bad things that happen with just being in poor shape. And that could be a small difference, like making a small decision to invest in an expert to help you. So just think about that. For my clients, I have, roughly about 50 clients. And that's the number one reason that people have me, is to hold them accountable, is to make sure that they're doing the things that they said they were going to do. Because a lot of times, most of my clients by now know what to do. My newer clients are learning the discovery of, what they need to do. And I'm, trying to pinpoint habits that they can identify. But for a large part of my clients, the biggest reason that they have me is to hold them accountable, to make sure that every Tuesday and Thursday, or every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or every week, I'm checking in on them. I'm making sure that they're doing the things that they said they were going to do. And if nobody is checking the work that you're supposed to be doing for your benefit, then you're going to have a big problem once you get later on down the road. So I challenge you, like, think about your success and how you've been able to put accountability into. It's one of my three big pillars for my MAD plan: motivation, accountability, and discipline. And without accountability, there's literally no way that you can succeed. Now, with this said, is how much accountability do you need? And this varies. You may need somebody to hold your hand to go swimming with you. If you're scared of the ocean and you're scared of sharks, you may need somebody to go in the water with you and hold your hand the whole way. You may need somebody to check in on you the whole time, or you may need somebody to check in with you weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. You may need a text message. You may need a video call. You may need in person. I don't know, because I don't know you. And so you need to figure out you're the expert of your life, and you need to figure out what exactly works for you. Now, if you've tried a lot and you failed a lot, because, I'll see clients and, sometimes clients will stop, and then I'll see them later and I'm like, whoa, like, oh man, like what happened? What happened here? They fell back and they already know what to do, but what they're missing is somebody to check in on them. And when you have somebody checking in on you, kind of like a little fitness angel on your shoulder, making sure you're doing the right thing, you're going to be in much better shape. So figure out exactly what you need, whether you need the guidance, somebody there for you every time, or you just need a plan. Figure out what that is and put more of that in your life. And I promise you will be successful. Now, let's look at our Ask the Trainer. Which is the best fitness tracker? And I'll have one client actually who got her fitness tracker. I won't mention her name, Diana, but she hasn't connected it. So that doesn't help. So we don't know if that one's any good because it hasn't plugged in. But there's a bunch of different ones. There's Fitman, there's Fitbit, there's Garmin, Apple Watch, all these different watches and trackers. And the thing is with the activity trackers is a lot of them are going to vary, right? We saw that on last week's show that the variance is anywhere between 10 and 30% as far as caloric expenditure. So if you're using them to track the number of calories, they can vary. But if you're just using them to track steps, then which I think is a better metric to check, then almost all of them are almost basically the same. They really just depend on kind of like the functionality of what you're looking for. If you want like heart rate and sleep tracking, then I would go probably with the Fitbit because the battery lasts a lot longer. The Apple Watch is awesome. It's pretty fancy and it's stylish, but the battery doesn't last very long. So if you're trying to track sleep, it doesn't help if you have to charge it every night. The Garmin also works really well. And what I like about the Garmin is that you can use it as a running watch. So you can have your GPS, all those different, it has different functionality. You can pay bills with it, all those different things. So try out different activity trackers, but I think you really need an activity tracker in this day and age to really know kind of what you're kind of working with. So let's take a look at a client spotlight. And Teresa was with me back in my 24-hour fitness days. And she came to me at a time when she was struggling. She, again, like most people, kind of tried it on her own, but saw little to no results. And really with Teresa, she understood the process well. She just didn't have anybody checking her stuff. So with me, it was just making sure that she was tracking the food, that she was logging her workouts, that she was getting the activity that she needed in order to get to her goal. So she ended up losing about 25 pounds. But the thing about Teresa and with like most people that I know is that she wasted a good chunk of her life trying it on her own. So she, missed like 5 years of kind of trying it on her own and really prevent herself from seeing those results right away. Because I promise you, when you see results and you feel good, you look good, you walk into that room with confidence, you're buying the clothes that you want, you're doing everything that you love to do, going to the beach, not thinking twice about taking your clothes off, not speeding past mirrors. That stuff, those experiences, you're not going to get back. You're not going to get that time back. And this year is a really good example of how fast a year can go, and us feeling like it just kind of shot by, and we're like, really, like, what happened? So think, when you don't feel good and you're kind of hiding, from old friends, or you're just avoiding moments because of you're not confident in how you look, you're really wasting a lot of time. So if you're serious about wanting to make a change, then make the change as soon as you can. Get somebody to help you, and that's what Teresa did to really propel her to like her best self, which she looks a lot better now. Let's look. So if you're still tuned in and watching, make sure you jump on the Fitness Avengers. Comment, get me skinny. I got my little bot in there, Mighty Muscles, going in there. He's hanging out secrets of the skinny guy. So just type "get me skinny" in the comments, and he'll send you a guide right away. Thanks, Diana, so much for tuning in. Appreciate you. We're winding down a crazy year, and the craziest year in my fitness career. And what I really try to do is really provide that ray of sunshine for everybody. It's getting crazy out there, guys. Every day is just, there's more and more cases, and Orange County's bad, LA County's bad, and with the vaccines coming out, but more and more people are dying. So please take care of yourself. I don't know what this next year is going to be. What I'm predicting is this huge rush of people just trying to get back into fitness. And I don't know how people are going to come out of this thing, whether it be 30 pounds overweight, whether it be chronic depression, anxiety. I don't know what the chronic anxiety has done to people, but I do know that the solution is always health and happiness. And if you sleep better, drink enough water, take your vitamins, eat your fruits and vegetables, get your activity, get your movement in, and really take care of yourself, you're going to be so much better off in the coming year, because it's getting ugly out there, guys. It really is. And for my moms, and for everybody, that we need to take care of ourselves so we can take care of other people. And I say it to my moms because moms usually have the hardest problem with that, is adjusting to everybody else. But even for people that are just working or single, you really need to take care of yourself in order to take care of anybody else, to be at your best. So take care of yourself. Do the things that you need to do that will help you build the best version of you. Thank you so much, Nicole, Diana. Oh, I got two Dianas on here. Diana says she's trying to tag her friends, but it won't let her.
Fitness Avenger live show. If you like the show, make sure to like it and share. Please join us next week on Facebook Live. This week's show is brought to you by our close friends at Total Body Project. Visit totalbodyproject.com for more info.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys. Merry Christmas. Stay safe, stay healthy, and don't catch the virus. And if you do, don't spread it, please.